guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Samantha, and today I am talking about brows. So first things first, I am going to move because it looks like I'm a linebacker because of the light in here, so just a moment. Okay, so last week on Instagram I sent out a request for anything that anybody had questions on. So the first thing that I got was skincare, which you will be able to see in last week's video. I will link it down below so that you can see it. I have been asked about doing a smoky eye, which will be next week's video. But yeah, this week's is about brows. So my brows are microbladed, so I actually don't do a whole lot with my brows currently, but I have learned in the past what does work for me. And I find that with your brows, it is totally up to you what you feel most comfortable with, because I like my brows dark. I have naturally dark hair, so I tend to do mine a little bit darker. Even when I have blonde hair, I tend to do my eyebrows a little bit darker. But some people don't like that. Some people just want them more simple, plain, yet noticeable. So in the marketplace today, there is many different products that you can use to do your brows. There are brow pencils, there are brow stylers, there is wax freeze, there is soap stylers, there is dip stylers, there's eyeshadow, there's gels. There's so many ways to do your brows. If I were to do my brows and my brows were not microbladed, the first thing that I would do is I would grab my brow pencil, which is probably going to be a bit lighter for me, maybe. We'll find out. So what I like to do is I like to do hair-like strokes. So I do like the thinner brow pencils. If I'm in a hurry and I really just want to fill it in, I would use a thicker brow pencil. But I do really like the Precisely My Brow by Benefit for this. Also the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I'm big fans of both of those. They both have the spoolies on the end, so you can brush your hairs up. And then if I was only using the spoolie, I would brush my hairs up and I would use something like this. So this is the clear brow gel from Kylie. So I'm just going to do this real quick so you can kind of get an idea of what I would do. And I would do this all the way down to the end. This is kind of difficult for me because it's a very, very small screen. But I do prefer the smaller hair-like strokes. It's actually a good color. So that is sort of what my brow looks like when it's filled in. Now with my microblading, it's always filled in. So I was just adding in a few extra strokes. Even if I used this, I would tend to use the brow gel over top of it. So this one is from Kylie Cosmetics. It's the Kai Brow in 000 transparent. And so, see, it's got its little spoolie. And the spoolie is sort of longer on one side and shorter on the other. So I would just take that spoolie and I would just run it through my brows, like so. And Kylie actually calls, when she was on her show Life of Kylie, she called it brow glue. And that's exactly what it is. It's glue. It keeps your brows staying up for quite a long time. I have used MAC's, I have used Kylie, I have used Sephora brands. All of the ones that I've used, I've really enjoyed. There are tinted versions of these, and I do have one somewhere, but right now my basement is tore completely apart because we had some water damage, so I have no idea where it is. But it's just a light tint, and so instead of filling in with the brow pencil, I would use the tinted brow gel very sparsely, putting in the hair-like strokes, and it just sort of fills in any extra spots that you need on your brow. Next, we have, this is what I was saying about if I'm in a hurry, I would use the thicker brow pencil to fill it in. So again, my brows are previously filled in. So I'm just going to go and show you what this looks like. So this is the thicker one. So if you see, it just really fills it in quite quickly. You can't do so much like the hair strokes, so I just kind of fill in where I would be missing. And then I would still use the brow gel over top of that. So it's just a quick fill in. When you're in a rush, you want your brows to look a little more full, use the bigger ended pencils. Almost every brand has one. That one was Trestique brow pencil, and it has brow gel too. I did not know that. So I just learned something right now. And it is tinted, so we get to see it. Okay. So you can see just very lightly that is the same as the transparent on the other side. It's just it is tinted and adds in a little bit more color. I didn't know that was in there. This is, I got this from my FabFitFun box. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to take some micellar water. I'm going to take both of these off so that you can see the dip brow and the soap stylers, so you can see those ones. Just a moment, and I'm back. So you'll see, like, I didn't use a lot on my brows. I just kind of filled them in a little bit with those, so you can't tell too much of a difference when I take it off. So now I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. So I'm just using a flat, just a flat rounded brush, but it'll do what I'm looking for. Usually I would use more of a pointed brush, but again, I can't get to half of my supplies. So this is the dip brow. And again, like I said, I prefer mine in the darker shades. They have many, many, many shades. This one is ash brown. So this one just really fills it in nicely, gives it a lot of extra color. And then I would just take a spoolie again and brush it out. With the dip brow, I probably would not use the clear gel over top of it just because this is a cream product and the clear gel could actually take it away. And now, this one is the Makeup Revolution London Soap Styler. So this is what it looks like. So first things, you have to wet your brush, and then you make sort of like a paste. It does come with a little brush, but I like my spoolies better, personally. And this one is more like the clear brow gel. It's the soap styler. So I know people who actually use a bar of soap to do this same thing. So what this is going to do is it's just going to keep the hairs exactly where you want them. So now, even though I have an actual hair stuck in there, my brow hairs are going to stay put all day long. This soap styler is actually a really great product. Again, a lot of the lines have them as well. The Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think it's called Brow Freeze, is really nice as well, but I prefer this one. It's a little bit more cost effective and just it works really well, so I'm happy with it. I also do have the Clear Feather Effect Styling Wax from ColourPop, so it would be the same idea. Okay, so this would be the same thing. Grab spoolie brush. So you can see, now this is over top of the soap styler, but I can feel the difference between the two different products. This one's a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, so it's really going to keep your brow hairs in place. And then last but not least, straight up eyeshadow. So if you don't have any brow products, but you want to do your brows, just pick up your favorite eyeshadow palette that has a color that's close to your brows. Like I said, usually I would use a pointed brush, but this is what I got to work with, so this is what I'm going with. So there you go. This is just plain old eyeshadow, just filling in my brow. Like I said, just get as close to your eyebrow hair shade as you can, and you can just fill it right in that way. That's the most cost-effective way because most people have a brown in their eyeshadow collection. Mine's a little bit larger than most, but it really just depends on how you want to style your brow. Out of all of these ways, because my eyebrows are currently microbladed, I just use a quick brush to brush in some hair-like strokes in case there's anywhere that needs filled in just a tiny bit. Other than that, I can just go with my brows the way that they are. When I don't have my brows microbladed, I tend to use the Precisely My Brow with the smaller pencil and fill in the hair-like strokes, and then use a clear brow gel over top. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today and hanging out with me. Don't forget to check out Spooky Story Saturdays coming this Saturday. And I'll see you guys then. Okay, bye.